These two mayors have something in common. When you come into power, it's not uncommon to want to help your friends and family, especially your significant other. The problem is when the line gets crossed and you're using taxpayer money to give them cushy jobs where they do little to no actual work. That's where corruption begins, when public officials who are entrusted to serve the communities turn around and place their partners in high-paying roles without clear responsibilities. They're not just bending the rules, they're breaking public trust. So this is exactly why I want to talk about this story about New York City Mayor Eric Adams and how he has something common with Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Both have been accused of giving their significant others plush jobs funded by taxpayer dollars while those individuals allegedly do little to nothing. This kind of behavior not only wastes public resources, but sends a message that leadership can be used to enrich those closest to power rather than serving the people. Let's break down the situation with Eric Adams. So as you can see right here, Eric Adams' girlfriend joined in on the $45,000 worth of luxury trips, accused of having a no-show DOE job. DOE is Department of Education. Let's get into it. So it says right here, his longtime girlfriend by the name of Tracy Collins, a highly paid senior advisor in the city of Department of Education. And she enjoyed those luxury trips that Eric Adams were having, basically getting paid by the Turkish government to do their bidding, obviously. And she went on lots of luxury trips and allegedly hasn't shown up for work in nearly a year. She's 61, a former DOE teacher, principal, and administrator who was promoted after Adams took office, is referred as Adams' domestic partner. Interesting. And she's in the 57-page indictment as well. It looks like she was able to go on trips to India, Hungary, Turkey, Jordan, Ghana. Very nice. Just flying all over the place, doing little to nothing. Among other luxury jaunts, according to prosecutors who accused the mayor of accepting travel perks up to $123,000. Oh, they're having a fantastic time. You can see in that picture right there. Very, very nice. Just living the high life on the taxpayer's dime. Way to go, Eric Adams. How you haven't quit yet?
No, I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up. I'm going to step up. I'm not going to resign. I'm going to reign.
But whatever. Several months after Adams took office and named David Banks school chancellor, Banks promoted Collins to senior advisor to the deputy chancellor of the school's leadership, then Desmond Blackburn, who later quit. Collins received a 23% raise to $221,000 a year. On Friday, a former DOE employee filed complaints about Collins and her no-show job with DOE ethics officer. Interesting. All questioning if she reported these luxury perks as required. The employee also alleged Collins has rarely appeared in office since November 2023, and her work calendar has remained empty. They haven't seen this person since Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. This is outrageous. And for those who don't know the connection with Tiffany Henyard, don't worry. Later in the video, we'll talk about her situation and her significant other getting paid six figures to allegedly do nothing. But these two mayors, Eric Adams and Tiffany Henyard, are facing serious allegations of cronyism, corruption, just wasting taxpayer dollars. These two mayors have allegedly used their power to create cushy jobs for their significant others while the public pays the price. And what's even more shocking is the growing web of legal maneuvers, rule changes, and shady backdoor deals that have emerged in the wake of these scandals. So Collins, her role seems very vague, and she's just been reportedly enjoying these luxury trips alongside Adams, all while living off of our tax dollars, my tax dollars. Fantastic. And Adams is screwed anyway. Indicted last week. He's in a lot of trouble accepting lavish perks as first-class travels and stay at five-star locations, hanging out with Turkish businessmen. These foreign actors were reportedly seeking political favors, including fast-tracking approvals for the Turkish consulate in Manhattan. The problem is with this Turkish consulate, it had numerous safety concerns, and the investigators allege that Adams pressured officials to overlook these issues in exchange for these luxury perks. And this is where things get even more ridiculous and corrupt. So Adams attempted to change the rules of the moral succession. So he kind of knows that it may be the jig is up.
The mayor has been indicted on 5 counts. He says he will fight each of these charges, which he believes are politically motivated. Now, at the same time, he quietly issued a new executive order changing the line of succession. The new order outlines in the event the first deputy mayor is unable to fulfill the functions of mayor, the deputy mayor for Health and Human Services would be next in line.
The timing of this move raised a lot of eyebrows as it came right as the corruption probe was heating up. And you can check out this article right here. Mayor Eric Adams issued order changing first deputy mayor succession. New York City Eric Adams quietly issued a new executive order changing the line of succession for a first deputy mayor on the same day his federal charges were unsealed. In an order issued on Thursday, Adams outlined in the event of the first deputy is unable to fulfill the functions of a mayor, the deputy mayor of Health and Human Services will be next in line. The city's current deputy mayor for Health and Human Services is Ann Williams Isom. The Queens native is a former university alumni who previously worked in child welfare. I'm assuming this person is probably an ally of Adams, but it seems really weird, the timing of all this. But let's talk about Sheena Wright and the school chancellor, David Banks. So Sheena Wright is the first deputy mayor, and she has a partner, is the New York City schools chancellor, David Banks. They just got married this weekend.
And two city officials whose homes were raided by federal agents are now getting married. Sources tell CBS News New York City schools chancellor, David Banks, and first deputy mayor, Sheena Wright, are exchanging vows today on Martha's Vineyard. Both of their phones were seized during a raid at their home early this month. The pair live together and have been engaged this week.
They're both under federal investigation, all a part of this way to hide all of this Turkish money they were receiving, the whole group, again, allegedly, and they decided to get married last weekend. I mean, is this the right time to get married when you're under investigation by the feds? Or this marriage was a tactical move to invoke spousal privilege, which would prevent them from being forced to testify against each other in an ongoing federal investigation. You cannot make this up. While spousal privilege is a legal right, the timing of their marriage raised some serious concerns about whether they're trying to shield themselves from legal consequences. All these people have been raided, all of their devices have been confiscated. They're trying to save their own asses, and they think by marrying each other, maybe they'll be able to get away with some of this stuff. It is absolutely crazy. But let's get back into Dalton. So the reason why I said that Eric Adams is pulling a Henyard is because Henyard is accused of doing this herself. So meanwhile, back in Dalton, Illinois, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is facing her own corruption scandal. Much like Adams, Henyard is accused of using her position to benefit her significant other by the name of Kamal Woods.
That's my woman, so it's like,
who holds a $100,000 a year job in Thornton Township. But here's the problem. No one seems to know what Woods actually does. He is paid to be the youth director, but the problem is I've seen reports on everyone else that works at the township, exactly what they do and what's going on. The man doesn't talk. Usually he's in these meetings, whether it's in Dalton or he's in the Thornton Township, just staring down at everyone, trying to look intimidated. But this looks like a no-show job. This no-show job looks suspiciously like a way for Henyard to funnel taxpayer money into her boyfriend's pocket, allegedly. So while Kamal Woods is walking around getting paid six figures to do nothing, Henyard's administration is just continuing to dive into controversy. She likes luxuries as well. She's been accused of misusing public funds for personal luxuries, including spending $33,000 on Amazon using village funds. Also under fire for hosting campaign events funded by village money. And as if things couldn't get worse, Henyard and Woods are also facing eviction.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has a new crisis on her hands. She's being booted out of her home. An eviction notice filed in Cook County Court against Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods. Henyard has been renting a home in the 14600 block of South Harvard for the past 3 years. But the owner of the home told us Henyard and Woods are behind on the rent and owe more than $3,300.
That part I don't even understand, how someone could be making over $250,000 getting evicted. I don't understand what's going on. She's been alleged to not be able to handle the village funds. I guess maybe you can't handle your own funds. I don't know. But both in New York City and Dalton, and I'm sure a lot of other places across the country, the theme is the same. Tax dollars are being wasted to benefit the inner circles of those in power. Eric Adams and Tiffany Henyard are both accused of creating no-show jobs for their significant others, all while living lavish lifestyles funded by the very people they were elected to serve. Taxpayer money is meant to improve communities, funding schools, business infrastructure, creating social programs, but instead it is used to bankroll luxury trips, expensive gifts, and high-paying jobs that seem to serve no purpose. Pretty sad, pretty embarrassing, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.